So I'm kind of tired today. I'm yawning constantly. I'm not very well actually today. My recovery's well down. I use this Whoop band to track my recovery, and my recovery is very, very important to me now, much more than it ever used to be, because you're only ever going to grow and repair and be as good as how well you can recover. People forget this, like let's try and smash their body in the gym and whatnot, and do lots with their life and expect to be performing at a high level mentally, and they're not looking after their recovery. Like, they're not sleeping enough, they're not eating the right things, they're not doing the right strategies to really help with the recovery side of things. And as you get on a bit, I mean, you recover very, very quickly when you're in your teenagers and your 20s and stuff, but when you get 30, 35, 40 beyond, you recover a lot slower and a lot more different. And if you're adding things like alcohol, if you're adding things like a really bad diet, things like that, lack of sleep, all this stuff will negatively impact your recovery. So you've got to pay real close attention to it. Now obviously if you're run down or you're ill, like I'm a little bit ill at the minute, some kind of throat infection, didn't sleep well last night. Yesterday my recovery was in the green on this Whoop, so I trained really hard. I felt a little bit run down, but today I feel a lot run down. So I've listened to me Whoop, and it tells us I'm in like 38% or something today, like 36%, like low yellows. So I'm nearly red. So it's saying my body's not recovered today, so I shouldn't really do too much today. And I think we pay less and less attention to this along the way. We just think it's all about doing more and doing more, when actually sometimes it's about being strategic with how you treat yourself and your body. Like, a lot of us just keep going, push, and I get it. I'm a strong-willed, determined, motivated, driven professional, and I want to push my body and mind through many things, but I'm guilty of doing this till I get a little bit ill, like many people are. It's having that little reminder that you're only as good as how well you recover. So we have to put a little bit more prime focus into our recovery. And if you're watching this in your 30s and 40s, and you're not a spring chicken anymore, you got to think about this a little more. You don't have to train for 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week at the gym to get results. Like, I train almost 6 days a week, but I always have a rest day or two in between, and I make sure I keep a look at the data which comes on this Whoop watch, or I just really pay attention to what my body is saying, because it will tell you things. Like, if people say listen to your body, you have to listen to your body. Don't listen to your mind. Get in your head, you're dead. Get in your heart, you'll start. Listen to your body. If your body's run down and you're not well and you're really exhausted, you got to listen to that. There's also times when you got to think, you know what? It's time to hit the fucking go button here. It's time to take my foot off the fucking brake pedal and hit the go, and let's fucking get started. So it's hard to get the balance right, if you will, from listening to your body and your mind. It's a different skill set, I think. But when you've got data, like as in the Whoop band, which I do recommend to a lot of people, and you start taking your recovery a little bit more seriously, you'll start to perform much better as a result. So put a prime focus and importance on recovery, because your performance will only be as good as what your recovery is. How would your life look like with more motivation, energy, and self-control? My second book, Supercharged, is available now, the modern day guide to creating outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control. Head to superchargedbook.com to get your copy right away.